Hey everyone, so I hope you're well. So today I'm going to do a video about smartwatches and specifically smartwatches that do ECGs. Now, a question I get asked an awful lot is, are the ECGs accurate? How does the watch even take an ECG? Can this information be shared with your GP or cardiologist? Now, let's start from the beginning. Now, a standard ECG is done normally using 12 leads, and essentially this gives 12 different viewpoints of the heart. When you use a smartwatch, such as this one, you're only essentially getting one lead of information. So, as you can see, the back of the watch here is metallic and has some little sensors in it. When that's applied to my left wrist, when I make that connection with the right hand, that there is a one lead connection, and over about 30 seconds that will provide an ECG based on that one lead. And just to give you a little snapshot of what that actually looks like, you can see from this diagram here the multiple lead positions you can have, and essentially what we're getting from the watch is the figure you can see in the top left hand side of the screen, which is lead 1. So the connection is made from the left wrist to the right, and that gives us our reading. So then, how accurate are these watches at taking ECGs? Now, there's lots and lots of information on the internet, and manufacturers themselves post lots of information about their products, which can probably have some bias attached to it. But here's a really nice visual table that I found online, which gives a really good comparison against some of the top smartwatches on the market. Now, I can testify these watches actually work because a few times I've been in atrial fibrillation and had some other rhythm problems, and both times I've presented to the hospital, and the 12 lead ECG in hospital has confirmed the things that my watch has picked up. So that's all well and good for me because I know I have atrial fibrillation and I've been prescribed the right medication. One of those being apixaban, which is a blood thinner, as you can get pools of blood in the heart, which can be fired off around the body, reaching the brain and potentially causing strokes. Now, it's estimated 20 to 30% of strokes are actually caused by atrial fibrillation. And the thing with AFib is sometimes you don't even know you're in it. You can actually flick in and out of atrial fibrillation without ever knowing that you've got it. So if these devices can help detect that, then that's going to be a massive benefit going forward. Now, of course, anything that's detected on there, you would have to get verified at a hospital. But they could be a massive game changer, and I have no doubt that in the future there will be some sort of wearable device that will be even more advanced and probably able to actually tell you when you're having a heart attack. So for someone like me, I know I have cardiomyopathy, and when I first left hospital, I was focusing on this way too much. Now, I have abnormal ECGs anyway, so I get quite a lot of inconclusive readings back from the watch. I found I was looking at it too often, doing dozens of ECGs an hour, constantly looking at my heart rate. And the problem is, if something's going to happen, it's going to happen. The watch isn't going to be able to stop that. And in my case, it can't even give me any real forewarning. When a ventricular tachycardia comes, it normally comes completely out of the blue. So for me, I find it best not to wear the watch whatsoever anymore. I also have my ICD, and when it does deliver a therapy, it records all the information it needs to, which is then passed over to the hospital and my cardiologist anyway. Anyway, I hope that's been helpful in some way. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my very best to answer them. See you soon.